everybody. I'm going to try a chapter with both of these. I did do one earlier, so unfortunately it ain't going to be a real... I tried to do a video earlier, but for some reason it didn't record, so I actually read the chapters, but I'll read them again and then tell you what I thought about them. Otherwise, it's going to be a real short video if I don't. But this one is Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jean. Ow. Just hit my face with it. Like on the back it says, excuse me, it says on the back, I'm very sorry, but from this moment you're dead. In a palace of illusion, nothing is what it seems. Each generation, a competition is held to find the next Empress of Hanaku, something like that. Hanaku. The rules are simple. Survive the palace's enchanted seasonal rooms. Conquer winter, spring, summer, and fall. Marry the prince. All are eligible to compete. All except yokas, something like that. Yokis, something like that. Supernatural monsters and spirits whom the humans' emperor is determined to enslave and destroy. Mara has spent her life training to become empress. Winning should be easy, and it would be if she wasn't hiding a dangerous secret. Mara, is a Yuki, something like that, with the ability to transform into a terrifying monster. If discovered, her life will be forfeited. As she struggles to keep her true identity, Mara's fate collides with that of Taro's, the prince, who has no desire to inherit the imperial throne. And Akra, something like that, a half-human, half-Yuki, how you say it, outcast. Torn between duty and love, loyalty and betrayal, vengeance and forgiveness, the choice of Mara, Taro, and Ikra will decide the fate of Hanaku, whatever it is, in this beautifully written, edge-of-your-seat fantasy. And the other one that I will try a chapter with is Girls of Paper and Fire, which is, of course, everybody, I'm sure, because it's so popular on YouTube right now. So a lot of people, if not everybody, should know about it. But this is a world where these girls, there's usually 8 that are what do they call it? Like, how do you say that word? Where there's a lot of, I forget how you say it. Like, they're basically sex slaves to this demon. Every year there's 8 of them. And this year there's 9 because of her, the main girl. She's because of her eyes, I think it is. Something to do with her eyes. And, yeah. They're, like I said, they're slaves, sex slaves to this demon guy, demon prince. And, she dares to fall in love. Why she is being, a slave to him. And, yeah. And it does tell you that there are scenes of violence and sexual assault in this book. So there are trigger warnings, and I like that she puts this in the book, that she warns you, because a lot of authors don't do that. But yeah, these are the 2. So I'll read to you. There ain't much in these, like, Really like this one only has like one page, I think. Talks about the beginning, and then it just, yeah. It's like a couple of pages. It's only like this. Real short. But I might read the next one as well. The next one is in another person's point of view, and that's one. And that's that many. So. Breathing in the dark and not her own, Myra tilted her head. She couldn't see in the pitch black, but she closed her eyes. It helped her focus. She knew this space well, this room with no windows and an almost airtight door. Sometimes a musky smell invades her dreams, morphing them into nightmares. The killing room, and Mara was executioner. She inhaled, holding the stale air in her lungs. Then in the right corner, 2 feet away, someone waited, afraid. Mara stepped forward, the floorboards creaking under her weight. Please, a high-pitched male voice wailed. I'm not going to hurt you, she said, letting a note of reassurance enter in her voice. Not yet, anyways. She probed the wall. Her fingers brushed against a wooden ledge, then paper pulled tight over a bamboo frame. Matches rested next to the lamp. She struck one and lit the cotton wick, illuminating the room in a soft glow. The scent of rapeseed, something like that, oil, crept through the air. When her eyes refocused, she saw that the man was dressed in hakame, something like that, pants and a surcoat. Sumerian, I forget how you say that word. Some samurai, yeah, garb, the uniform of the military elite. Okay, I'm gonna now read the rest silently. I just wanted to read a tiny bit to you. I like this part though. She said, gods and goddess, he said, lifted into a snare. I thought you were one of them. Why, you're no taller than a sapling. What happened, little girl? Did you lose your mommy? She's thinking to herself, that's what you get, Mara, for playing nice. Men always underestimate you. Then she tells him there's a whole bunch of weapons around, and she says, choose. This is the part from the back. She was talking to the samurai person. She says it right here. I'm very sorry, but from this moment, you're dead. She said, unsheathen, how do you say that word? The blade. And then the Samarian guy laughs at her. She's thinking to herself, well trained, but not as well as I am. And she's thinking to herself, she cannot let him take a breath. She cannot let him get to his weapon. I like what she says. She's getting it right before she kills him. She transforms into her creature form. It says right here, the skin on the back of her hands bloomed with leathery, charcoal-colored scales as tough as thick as rhinoceros hide. Said she had not ignored the agony of transformation. She had trained herself to shut it all out. And then she says she knew she looked hideous, still part human, but with the eyes and hands of a monster. She brought her face close to the Semini. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not even going to pronounce it. You guys know what I'm talking about. And when she spoke, her voice came out as a rasp. You are right. After all, I am one of them. And then, now we're on chapter 2, which is page 7. And it's one of the other characters, Taro. Or Taro, it's Taro. So, that was that one. Very interesting. Kind of creepy. Don't know, you guys. I'm going to read this little bit. Well, this one's really short, I think. This one I'll probably read 2 pages. And then one of these are going to get put onto my things I'm going to try to read this weekend. This weekend. Because Monday I start the readathon that Book Roast is doing. So I'm going to read as much as I can until then. So one of these are going to be added to the pile. So, and I have 1, 2, 3 other books I want to read this week. Or try to, if not finish, at least get a big chunk of it in. But one of these are going to be added to the 3. I just finished Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So, the 3 that I'm going to work on this week, for sure, is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Thunderhead, and Skyward. And then one of these 2 are going to be added. You know, I'm leaning more towards this one already just because it's been like just calling my name, even though the other one's been kind of calling my name too. But this one, like I said, I tried like 2 chapters in each of them. And this one, I'm not going to go into what happened in the next one because I don't want to give away spoilers, but when it gets to, what's his name? when it gets to Taro, how his name is. His chapter was very interesting, but I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to tell you why it was interesting. But yeah, his was very interesting. But this one I'm going to read, I'm going to read the first part out loud to you guys, and then when I get to the second part, or the next chapter, I'm going to read it to myself, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what happened like I just did with this one. But yeah, this one is just like, it's had me intrigued since I read it, because it's kind of like the selection, because they're fighting to win the, what did I say his name is? Taro, or however you say his name, hand. Yeah, so, but she's a creature, like, she ain't supposed to be involved in it. You know, she can't compete because there's a law. I mean, you know, a law or something against the ones that have monster in them. You know, that could transform into monsters, and there's a rule against that. So it kind of sounds interesting. But this one really looks good too. And I will say that when I read it, it does end in like the second chapter, or whatever you want to call it. It does end a little exciting too. So both of them are real exciting, how they ended. But whenever I open this, I have to always show the map if I'm here, if I'm opening it on video, because oh my gosh, I just love this. But this is what it says. Each year, 8 beautiful girls are chosen as paper girls to serve the king. It's the highest honor they could hope for, and the most demanding. Demeaning. This year, there's a 9th, and instead of paper, she's made of fire. Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nang, or Nang, something like that. Of course, this is the Owl Crate. And then it has like the hidden palace there. And it says the different cast, I don't know how you say that word, but anyways, there's paper, which is fully human. You can't read what that says. Adorned, something like that, with any animal demon feature and incapable of demon abilities such as flight, sorry. Still cast, or case. I think it's case. Humans endowed with partial animal demon qualities, both in physical and ability. Visibility, something like that, and ability. Physically and abilities, I guess that's what it is. And moon casts. Fully demon with whole animal demon features such as horns, wings, or fur, or on a humanoid form and complex demon abilities. It says, there is a tradition in our kingdom, one all castes of demon and human fellows. We call it the birth blessing. It is such an old, deep-rooted custom that it's said even our gods themselves practice it when they bore our race onto the earth. When babies die before their first year, there are whispers like leaves fluttering darkly on the wind. The ceremony was performed too late. Their parents must have spoken during it. The shaman who executed the blessing was unskilled, a fake. Coming from the lowest caste, paper caste, fully human, my parents had to save for the first 9 months after the news of my mother's pregnancy. Though I've never seen a birth blessing ceremony, I've imagined my own so many times that it feels almost like a memory or some half-remembered dream. Picture smoke-cut night and darkness like a heavy black hand cupped around the world. Crackling fire, standing before the flames, a shaman, his leathery skin webbed with tattoos. Excuse me. You see tattoos, teeth sharpened to wolf-like points. He bent over the naked form of a newborn just hours old. She's crying. On the other side of the fire, her parents watch in silence, hand clasped so tightly their knuckles are white. The shaman's eyes roll, yeah. The shaman's eyes roll as he chants a da or a day, something like that. It's DAO. Painting its characters in the air with his fingers where they hung above the baby, glowing softly before fading away. As he comes to the crest of the prayer, a wind picks up. The grass stirs in a feathery rustle. Faster and faster the shaman chants, and louder the rustle and the wind until the fire wisps upward. A whirl of orange-red flames dancing high into the sky before flashing suddenly out. Blackness. The starlit night. Then the shaman reaches into the air where the fire had been for the object floating in its wake. A small egg-like golden pendant. But the pendant isn't what's important. What's important is what the pendant hides within. The baby's fate, my fate. Our kingdom believes words have power, that the characters of our language can bless or curse a life. Inside the pendant is a single character. One word that we believed will reveal a personal true destiny, and if my life will be blessed, as my parents hoped when they saved for my ceremony, or whether my fate is something far darker, cursed years to be played out in fire and shadow. In 6 months, when I turn 18, the pendant will open and its answers will be revealed, will finally be revealed. Very interesting so far. So she's 17. But almost 18, because she said about, one part she said 6 months later or something like that. I don't know. Still a nuisance. Because I guess this girl, Taryn, or how do you say her name? Calls the main girl nuisance. Nuisance. I think it's nuisance. Is that what I just said? Yeah, a little nuisance. So this other girl, Teen or something like that, it's Tien, is a middle one. She's a middle cast. Or case, or how you say it. So now we're meeting her father. So her name is Lee, L-E-I. Lee? I think it's Lee. And she was born on New Year's. So in the back of her mind, she kind of wants to be, what's it called? What they call it? I already forgot the name. That she would like to have some part demon. But she would like to be part. She wishes sometimes that she could be part demon. I like this. Sometimes I watch this guy just waiting and hoping. I guess her mother was taken. I think it mentions that in the book, in the thing. I didn't go back to look at it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. That's what it sounds like here. And now it's happening again where the person's coming. This ain't a spoiler, of course, because That's what it's about, that they take her. Just talk about the figure of like Hawkins' shadows in the still block the windows of the front of the shop, casting the room into darkness. And then it says, distorted shadows like the nightmare version of what a human should be. Yep, her mother was taken. I thought so. And now we're on to. She's thinking to herself, if they took my mom last time, what are they going to take this time? From us this time. And of course, they take her. But yeah, that's where it is. Very interesting. Oh yeah. I'm kind of torn between the two because I would like to read them both because they both look so like they already both have me really like interested. But the only thing about picking this one over Impress All Seasons is this one's going to be a lot darker, and I'm already going to be reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is super dark. So I'm thinking maybe reading Empress of All Seasons, even though there's a lot of, looks like that's going to be pretty dark too, with the different, like, some of them are demons too, like, have different animal looking things, qualities to them and things, or can turn into beasts, whatever you want to say. But this one, I love how in the back of this where it says, in my land we're known as paper girls, easily torn, existed only for others, and others to use and discard. But there's something they've all forgotten about paper. It can light the world on fire and make it burn. I just love that part. Then it says, praise for girls of paper and fire. I kind of want to read this one because it does look so good, like I said, but I know it's going to have, like, rape in it and stuff, and I don't know if I can deal with. Like, sometimes, sometimes I can handle books when there's rape in it, because I've read books, like, with, like, gang rape and everything before, but I have to be I can't be, like, kind of in that dark place, you know what I mean, where it can make you go into a dark place. If you're already dark, make you go darker, I mean. You know what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm afraid will happen with this, that it will make me maybe get a little depressed and make me feel a little out of it and things. So I'm not really sure, like, which one I really should read. I mean, pick for it. So, I don't know. I wasn't going to start this until Friday. So that would be my question for today. Which one do you think I should read first? Do you think I should read Girls of Paper and Fire first? Or do you think I should pick Empress of All Seasons? So just vote. And I will look at the different comments and see what I get. And I'll go with the majority. But I'm kind of more leaning towards, like, if it was my pick, I would kind of, like, pick this one more. But this one is, like, calling me too, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. So let me know what you think I should read. Both of them have such beautiful covers. So, and both of them sound so, like, different. And this one is Japanese, I think, inspired. I think this was the one, or was it something else I have that's Japanese inspired? I think that's what they said this was from, but I'm not sure. That is my question, you guys. Which one do you think I should read out of these two? Excuse me. Would you read the one that's calling you more, but you don't know if you're really in that frame of mind to read something with such a difficult and sad, and, you know, kind of topic, because there is rape in this and stuff. So, happen if the book that's calling you is the one that you're not sure if you should read because of the mood that you're in. Should I try reading this one? And if I start like feeling like it's gonna get me into a bad, or in a bad spot where, you know what I mean? Like, where I feel like I'm gonna like start going crazy, you know, cry a lot and stuff. Should I start with this one, and then if I start feeling that way, like nervous and, you know, kind of creeped out and stuff, then go to this one? Or should I just wait until I know for sure I'm in that frame of mind to read something like this? This one looks like it's going to be pretty intense book too. So, but not as intense as this one. This cat is like scratching on something again. But let me know what you guys think I should read. If I don't get anybody, you know, saying anything, then what I might do is just a coin, and then I'll let you guys know when I do my update this weekend on books I'm planning on reading during the weekend that I usually do. So I usually do that kind of video. So yeah, if no one does that, then I will take a coin, and when I do books I'm going to read for the weekend, what I'll do is I'll get a coin in that one if no one decides for me, I mean, you know, help me decide, then I'll get a coin, like I said, and go by that way. But I'll show it in that video before with books that I'm reading on the weekend. Because after Sunday, I gotta put, excuse me, these books down for a week. 10 days, because I'm participating, like I said, in that readathon that Book Roast is doing. G from Book Roast, and it's from the 17th through the 26th, I believe. Like 10 days, so yeah. So for 10 days, I'm gonna have to put whatever books I'm not done with down, unless it's only one book. If I'm not done with one of these books, it might be the one that I might change, even though I'm also reading Crown of Midnight. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, because the first one in G's readathon is to finish your coursework, so reading the book that you're currently reading. So if I get everything done but one, then I might, instead of doing Crown of Midnight, like I said, like I mentioned, that's what that I have put aside for that. Because I think what I'm going to do is, if I get a big chunk of Harry Potter done, that might go in its place. I don't know if I'll finish that Harry Potter before the readathon. Sorry, you guys. Don't mean to yawn, but yeah. So, because that's 860 or 870 pages. I think it's 870 pages, so that's a long book. So yeah, but I'm going to let you guys go because it's a long video. And I'm tired. I'm over here yawning, as you can tell. Or as you can plainly see, whatever. Yeah, let me know down below which one you think I should read. Yeah. And, yeah. Like I said, tomorrow I should be getting a couple of packages, and if I do get them for sure tomorrow, then I will do a video of them. So, yeah, that is it for tonight. I hope you guys all have a good night, or if it's daytime where you're at, you have a good day, or if it's morning, you have a good morning. And I hope you guys, if you're reading, that whatever book you're currently reading is a good one. And that is it for right now. Like I said, I hope you guys all have a great night, evening, day, whatever the case may be. And a great rest of the week, and then a great weekend. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, if you like what you guys see here, then if you would do me a favor and, thumbs up. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing, but no pressure. If you don't subscribe, then please at least keep watching the videos, because I like when people watch videos even if they don't, subscribe. I know that happens a lot. I appreciate the, I appreciate the people watching the videos even if they don't subscribe. I did get a new subscriber today, so thank you, new subscriber. And yeah. And like I said, I hope you guys all have a good night, and I will talk to you guys all later. Lori out. Mwah.